I like his personality. I say, were you guys close? And he's like, real close. And he's very fun and loving and happy. He looks at me, he's very visual, so you would most likely have multiple dreams of this person. Very easy to see, very clear. What was I about to say? So pay attention to your own intuition. You know, sometimes when you just imagine something, like let's say you're like, okay, a rainbow and then a pot of gold and then a cow next to it. And everyone's like, what the heck? But we're tracking, right? This is a way that you are intuitive, or a way, like, watch how imaginative you are, because he, baby girl, is right there, okay? Rick, not Nick. Okay, perfect. Well, I wrote down Reggie, so it works out. And so, back to where I was for just a quick second here. So, one thing I'm seeing for him. Okay, we have a close relationship. He goes like this and tells me that he passes very suddenly, unexpectedly. He snaps, which tells me my sign symbol for tragically. He goes, I didn't see it coming, and honestly, I didn't even really realize it was happening right away, so I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily in pain, but there's like a moment of realization, but there's like a moment of realization, but then there's, hold on. Every time I try to talk, he shows me something. Okay, he says that we have quite a few of his things. I almost see like shirts, but I'm drawing them in the form of like stacked up laundry. So maybe we have a couple of his things or clothing, and then we have a piece of him that we wear in honor of his memory. So maybe this is like ashes, or ashes in a necklace type of thing. Then a few things of his clothes. Okay, so with the breathing, he definitely didn't see it coming, but he did have a moment of realization that that's what was happening. But it wasn't, I'm supposed to, like, as soon as I say something, I have to emphasize it to you. Like, yes, he realizes what was happening, but he's not in pain. You know, yes, he has a hard time breathing, but we're not suffering. So this is somebody we are close to. We don't want them to hurt. And then he gives me a sign symbol. I just know that every time I'm looking at him, he's sitting down. So either we're seated when this happens, or we have a hard time walking around toward the end of our life. Oh, and then he also shows me restriction with breathing, and like, or it could be like consumption, or all at once, or it just went through all at once. Does this make sense? Does this resonate so far? I mean, I gave you so much. So y'all were close, happened suddenly, unexpectedly, didn't expect it to happen, kind of happens in a tragic way, and we are like aware of what's happening, so we know, we get it, right? Even though there's not like any scared feelings or sadness, I'm just emphasize that we're okay. You've had dreams of him since he's ended up passing. She says yes, it does. Okay, great. I'm just gonna continue to clarify. You let me know how it resonates so I can tell the world, please. I'm gonna keep clarifying. Okay, wow, shit, where was I at? Okay, somebody else fill me in that where I was at in that. Okay, so you have dreams of him since he's ended up passing. He keeps showing me like jewelry, but I'm like, I don't know, you kind of sound like a dude, so I wouldn't say you have a ton of jewelry. And then your intuition, he shows me, holy monkeys, who is this to you? As soon as you said, yes, it does make sense, my brain went and reshuffled in a bunch of different directions, and then I just hear his laugh. And he talks about you guys being really close. He almost seems like a father figure, but I can't tell if he's like a father figure, or he seems like, if it is a dad, it has to be like a best friend, or it could literally be your best friend that you're like really close to. It could be, I would say whoever it is definitely a best friend. It is your dad. Okay, well, you guys must have been really close, like best friends. I love his laugh. How did he end up passing? And she said, I always end up having dreams of my dad, which is great. So just know that he's clarifying that he visits you in dreams. Listen, these 5 minutes are a lot. Everybody, whoo. And then do we have ashes or something in honor of his memory physically that you can wear? And she goes, he was my best friend. And I think that's amazing. You know, I should almost relaunch on this program I have so your comments can come up on the screen. That would be pretty dang cool. But she said, yes, he was my best friend. And then remember how I talked about, okay, he points here. He's saying it's either, you know, something of the throat, consumption. It happened really fast. And then he shows me that he had a hard time walking toward the end. And she said, yeah, he passed of throat cancer. He passed of throat cancer. What are the chances? And then she says, you guys can see what I'm writing. And then she says that she actually has a necklace with his ashes in it. And what did I say? I said we have something that we wear in honor of his memory, and it can even be a necklace with ashes in it. Oh my goodness, okay? And I actually see your comments on the screen, even though I'm not streaming from here. And she says he tried to tell me something, but he couldn't talk at the end. Multiple meanings behind one thing. First of all, I did not even know the comments could come up when I'm not even live streaming right now, so it's a little bit freaky, but I did get that. What are the chances I say that and then it's happening right there? I can't even handle myself sometimes. Anyways, he wants you to know that he loves you. He's proud of you. He was aware of what was happening, but no, we're not in pain. And you said he tried to tell you something at the end. Well, just know it wasn't anything like, you know, it wasn't anything drastic. Because remember how he's like, imagine if I'm like, and then she panics. So you have to know that he's okay. He's at peace. There wasn't, you know, he heard everything. And if he could have said something, it'd have been along the lines of, I love ya, or see you on the flip side, or even just his big laugh. So everything's good. Your dad's all right. I'm so happy I was able to connect you with him today. Yay!